Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of, I don't know what to do anymore. It's so much pain. I'm kidding. I'm having a blast. We've got explosions here lined up. They're going to be fantastic. They're going to be amazing. I did not do a build montage, and I did a little off-screen building, or at least placement. None of this has been touched yet. I did it all paused, okay, so you guys didn't miss out on any fun things. At the end of the last episode, though, we got to plant all these explosives, which is going to be fun. I blew a little bit of it out just because I wanted to make sure that there wasn't this pile here, this little catch. I wanted to make sure that we could save as much water in here as beaverly possible. Of course, that doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect, of course, because, well, it was a relatively short temperate cycle. At the end of the speed-up montage, we got to see a drought roll in. Thankfully, it's a relatively short drought. In theory, we should have water in here stored up and ready to roll. However, I made a boo-boo, and I forgot to fix this. So I had this bad Johnny, this sluice gate right here, just in the open position due to the bad tide, and that was my immediate response. And instead of changing it back and fixing it, I forgot to turn it back. So all the good water flushed out here. You could see some of it pooled back here, everything yada yada blah blah blah. So that's not good. That means that this is going to have to be filled by this system back here, which is kind of not the greatest. So we won't be able to actually blow this up and expand our reach back here. But that's okay. We'll get it figured out and rectified. So that's one of 3 big tasks that I want to get done with. Now, disregard how ugly this looks. It works, okay? It works. This will be fixed by us actually getting into here. I want to crawl in here. Probably just gonna come in on top and blast our way down. Put some stairs down here because I don't really want to deal with trying to dig through here and get pathing and all that fun stuff. So we'll blast our way in, tear out all of the ruins in here, and set up a diversion system for this while we are in the middle of the drought. Now, this is going to be the max priority as far as builds are concerned because it is a relatively short drought, and I want to get this built and taken care of sooner rather than later. So that's what we're going to focus on. And as an aside, another deal that I want to get into, I want to come in here. We might pump all this bad tide out, and I want to start blasting down here, covering this up, and working down and creating a large tunnel through here, and that'll be our outflow for our bad tide. We might have to cover it up. I don't know how deep we'll be able to go in here to allow for that, or maybe we'll blast back or cut back a little sooner here so it's all underneath here. That might be the best answer, because I want to have this at some point irrigated and nice and green and have another piece of real estate for us to play with. But that's going to be something that we'll figure out in real time. So let's go ahead. We'll get things rocking and rolling. We'll get things playing at 3 times speed where it belongs. We're not doing the greatest, like I said, on water. It was a relatively short temperate cycle, 7 days. You know, that's 1 day more than a min temperate cycle. That, of course, means that this didn't get to fill up. This definitely didn't reach the max capacity that I would like to have gotten to. I did realize that I still need to blast this out right here. And I don't think that I'll have any more beavers coming down here anytime soon. So we can go ahead and start ripping this Band-Aid off right here. So let's go ahead and hit that. This shouldn't lose us any water, obviously. All of it's just going to go up and just cause a little bit of a problem for us. My game is chugging so hard right now, which is mildly entertaining, but there we go. Nice little explosion for all my friends. That's beautiful. Beautimous, beautimous, beautimous. I do need to give this a max priority, and I think I need to drop this as a priority over here. So I've put in a bunch of things for them to come in and get across, and theoretically they should be able to do fun things. I do realize that that's not going to work like that. now that I'm looking at that. So let's go ahead and rectify that real quick since we're over here. So that means something like that needs to go in, and then we can put in these suspension bridges like that. Then put in our pathway, and there we go. They've got something to work on when they have a spare second, but I do want to drop all of this priority-wise, just so the things that I would like to get done. So there isn't anything else that I have them working on other than this. So let's go ahead. Let's blast this out. I'm playing like I've lost my mind. This is fine. This is fine. We'll blast this off. Realize that I forgot to blast this out, which is kind of stinky. That should be relatively simple, but we can just do that. We can then also tear those out. Hit that button right there with that double. And we can hit this explosion. Hit this explosion. And not cause any problems for anybody. Then we'll just go ahead and hit this max priority. Now, we'll leave this as it is. Or we may even just somehow figure out a way into here. I'm not sure how I want to actually tackle this. I kind of like to have this connected just because I don't want to have to come over here and fight the disconnected. And sooner, or one of these days, I will come over here. We will expand our power production line. It means putting in more of our fun things over here. So we'll just have a few spots. I don't know how I missed that. That's kind of annoying. Oops. That's kind of upsetting. That's fine. We can do something funny like this, though, and I wonder if this will actually work. That means I want to put something in right here. Right here. And then we do something like this. We grab this bad Johnny, we rip that out like that, and then we do another one on this side. That's not... Oh, that should work, theoretically. As long as it's at the right height. Yeah, and then we just put this in right here. And those get connected. Does that reach there, I wonder? It would reach there. Now, the question is, how do I get them to gain access to that? I don't know. This one, maybe something like this. Just put that in over there. I know this is totally something not worth my time, but I'm mildly entertained by this. And that lets us come in here at some point, maybe somehow, some way getting in here and blasting all that out. I don't know. That'll be something for me to work on in the future. Anyway, we have only 10 days left to get in here and blast this out. So we need to get in here super quick. That means max priority. I do have a couple bots running around as builder bots right now. So we can work through the night technically. So that's going to provide us nice things to do. We do have explosives and extract up here already ready to go. We can blast this out. That in theory should not cause any problems for us. This will be a nice reservoir if and when we can get it up and running. We'll see if that ever does happen. We also have escaped from having any issues there. Let's go ahead and blast this out. And let's continue to go down. So like that, and then we hit this button. And in theory, we should be able to get down into there. I don't know how deep we're going to have to go. I may just blast it out an entire line and not worry about having to do anything. I don't think it's worth trying to save the material to get down into there. I don't know. Do that one more time. Come on now, guys. That should be the lowest level, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and rip this out. Rip this back. Go ahead and rip this up higher. Blast this down. So that is down to that level now. So we can place this right here. That means that this one needs to be blasted down one layer there. Then we can put that right here, and then this right here, and then I think that's what we need. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead and give that a max priority. I don't know how much further we need to go down into that. Blast this out right there. Boom. Give this a nice... Okay, apparently I was incorrect. Okay, so that goes right there. This goes like that. This goes right here. And that means that we need to do another line of triples right here. Give that another max priority. They should be able to build those relatively quickly. Hopefully. Pardon my shoddy camera work. We've got 9 days left to get in here. Then the temperate cycle, and then hopefully we have a bad tide. Hope is a terrible Koa, so we won't play that game. But we blast that down by 1. We probably don't need to blast all this down. We might actually, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so that's going to be 1 staircase there. That means that we're going to have another staircase in front of that. We should, in theory, be able to do this like such as right now. Of course, they can't reach that. Boo. I don't want to go any further back, honestly. Blast that out. Put that in. We need to go up 2 more somehow. That means a double there, and then a single here, and then a platform right here, a double platform, times 2. Let's go ahead and give this a max priority. We're going to need a path over here, though. They won't be able to reach all that. Blast this out. Put in our staircase right here. Our last piece of dynamite right there. And then, please and thank you. There we go. Now we can just path around on top of that. Now, the question is, will this work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll see. Theoretically, they should be able to take those stairs down there and go in and tear all of that out. We do have a bunch of beavers with nothing to do. Okay, so you have nothing to do within range because those stairs are not complete. Okay. All of you have nothing to do within range. Great. That means that that gets ripped out, and we get to come down here, pause the game real quick, because I want to make sure that this is going as fast as beaverly possible. That means that we need to probably blast out a little bit in here. Like that. A little bit like that. And I somehow have to get them access. Do I pull it back by 1? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get them down here and working on this. Theoretically, they should be able to touch all that. I hope. Maybe. They're working on it. So they can get down and they can walk through all of that. I don't think I can actually put anything in there though. But what we can do is put another platform right here. And once they have those in, we should be able to put in... Okay, we might have to go 1 more higher. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go and rip all of that out. I don't know. This is a little bit more convoluted than I would like it to be. Let's go and rip that out. Put this in right here. That path goes like that. That goes like that. And I don't think... See, the problem is I don't believe I could put this flag in right here. I can. I can't put the flag in right here. I can't even destroy this platform. Why can't I destroy that platform? Because that's not exploded yet, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Can I actually reach this? I should be able to. Go ahead and give this a priority so we can at least start tearing into this. I don't need all of it out, but I can't really tell them what to tear out and when or where to tear anything out. So we'll just have to do with this what we will. Okay, that's in. They're blasting. They're blasting. Need to give this a priority bump so that they can actually get down into there. Theoretically, they should be able to reach that. Can I tear this out now? I cannot. Let's go up one more level. Can I tear you out? I can. That means I can do that. That means I can put in another metal scrapper guy there. Scavenger flag right there. Let's give that a max priority as well. Okay. So that means that I need to go like that. And like that. And then probably like this. And let's go down one more, and then like this. And that lets us put in a few more pieces right there. Hopefully that will be enough. I just need enough to touch all the things, right? Hopefully that works. I don't know. We'll see. They should be able to reach everything. And in theory, I should be able to go up one and then delete this guy. Like that. Delete this guy, delete this guy. Delete this guy, delete this guy, delete that, delete this. Then it's just a matter of waiting for all of the explosives to go in. And rip out those last little bits. Hopefully this isn't... Probably is too ridiculous. But you know what? We're having fun, and that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. We're doing ridiculous things. We're crafting and making a big hole. There we go. So that's good. That's destroyed. One last one. Or maybe two more in here. Go up there. I forgot to pull that out. Go ahead and get rid of those planks. Sure, whatever. That means that this should all be connected now. Yes. Theoretically, it's all connected. Now, if push comes to shove, yeah, why not? We'll already push and shove. We've got 4 spare iron bots floating about, or timber bots. We'll go ahead and swap those guys over. They can work there all night and all day for the next 6 days. And when that's done... Once we have a fair portion of this ripped and torn out, we should be in a good spot. It does mean, however, that I probably should put in something to store some of the scrap metal up here. That's not going to fit there. I can put something right here. And we put this in, and then that becomes a scrap metal supply. And that means that they just have to run a little bit. Now, I do want to give them a little bit of an easier way to and from, but I don't really have the capacity to do so. Don't know. Alright, this is fine. Gonna rip that out. We're rip that out. We'll blast this down. We'll go ahead and hit this button right here. That's fine. Beautiful. We've got a few guys in there. That's going good. How are we doing water-wise? We're on the last tile. That stinks. I hate to see that. Let's do some cleanup on this end. Clean up on Isle Giant Reservoir. We can do something a tad bit ridiculous by... I don't know if they could actually build this, actually. We'll see if they can. Too far from the district, cannot be reached. So this is basically a worthless zipline station for them now. Okay, well, you're gone. You're gone. We'll have to somehow get down there and clean some of that stuff up. But we can now add that in there like that. That's kind of cool. You know, I don't know how I'm going to get them access to build that. I thought they'd be able to build that from underneath that platform there, but apparently I was mistaken. We'll have to get them down there somehow. I don't know. Let's see. Did in theory want to actually come down here and blast this down too. So let's go ahead and start working on that as well, just because we have the capacity to do so. And why not? Apparently I don't know how to draw paths for the life of me. That's just me being ridiculous apparently. Just grab that, pull this around, across there. I think we need a small suspension bridge. Maybe a smaller suspension bridge. Does that line up with that? Maybe. I don't know. It does. Doesn't solve the problem of getting the rest of that built though. Oh, they were able to build that without any issue from underneath. Okay, sure. Yeah, fine. Okay, whatever. That's cool. How are we doing down here? We've got 4.5 days left. Not that deep. Okay. We've got a few more pieces left. This has 53 pieces, 47 pieces, 5 pieces there. So that's good. That's really, really good. I want them to actually focus on this one. I wish there were a way for me to tell them to focus on one particular thing or the other, but alas, I cannot do that. We do have a spare bot floating around, so you can go over there and do something on that side. I would appreciate that very much, immensely so. So that'll be beautiful. Let's see. All right, he's grabbing the last couple pieces of scrap from there, so that's awesome. This is set to supply, so no one else should be filling this in from somewhere else, theoretically. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think we really have an issue with total scrap because I did, as an aside, or as another side project, and I'm losing myself. There's a bunch of underground piles over here. We have a bunch of storage for all the fun things that we like to have storage for. This is empty. That sucks a lot. I hate to see that. That is not great. Roll down here. Check this out. The last few pieces are rolling in. We can, however, start to put in some of our levees here. Now, I think we want something like this. Maybe? Then something like this. And then we need to go up one more. And then we need to put on top of that a piece of impermeable flooring. And hopefully these last 33 pieces and last 26 pieces of scrap metal will get ripped out here relatively quickly. And then we can go and finish up the rest of this plan. The impermeable floor should go in here shortly. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I believe in you. I believe in you. Please. We have another spare bot. So your fire, Timberbot 293. Get after it. I also believe in you. Last couple of pieces. That piece of impermeable flooring is in, so that's great. That levee has gone in. We can now probably come over to this side and put in our overhang right here. And then put in our sluice gate right here. And then our levee again right here. Impermeable flooring on top of that as well. We need to put you to auto magic again and close below contamination. So it should close when contamination is below 1. So it'll completely continue to dump all of that out in theory, and then I want to turn that off, close above contamination of 1%. This will close when contamination gets too high, and it will open when contamination gets gets back below 1%. That should meet the intent. Hopefully. Maybe. At least that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Now, what we could do is fill this hole back in, and it's just... we have a singular spout that goes up and fills in the rest of the things. We'll see how we want to actually tackle that. I don't know. We still have 12 pieces of scrap metal here. 3 more pieces there. Once that one's torn out, we can actually start putting in more levees, but we can't really because there's still this piece of ruin right here. Come on, guys. 2 more days. I believe in you. We could probably come in here and tear this scavenger flag out and then tear this platform out. Go ahead and place this in and that in as well. There shouldn't be any problem doing that. I do want to confirm that we have these impermeable floors in. We do have 1, 2, 6 more pieces there. Platform. You've got a platform ball Z? No? Maybe? I don't know. Alrighty. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if well, I kind of... yeah, we should fill this in. We should fill this in. At least our stairwell that we crafted into that. Alright. And as soon as I said all that, they're all done. So we can pause all these positions. Let them come and pull out what scrap metal does remain. And we can also put in our levees down here. And our last levee right here. That means putting in 1 more platform right there. And then we put in our impermeable flooring on top of there. Now, there should be a platform there, which means that water does have a place to escape to. And we should be able to just come in here. Honestly, we probably shouldn't even put the impermeable flooring on there. We should have just tossed some dirt on top of that. But this is fine. I just want to fill in the staircase hole that I've crafted for them, which I can't fill in yet until they put in this last piece, which I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Building needs water. Yep, Lido or Lido, whatever you want to call it there, needs water. These are all going to get flooded, but they're all paused, so it shouldn't cause any problems. I should be good. Just clear that out. Clear out that platform real quick and make sure that... I want to make sure that we don't have any place where this could accidentally go out. We don't. kind of want to fill this in back here for no other reason than we can. Just want to make sure that the bad water goes away. Bye-bye. Okay. Goes away to the place where it's supposed to go away to. And we might as well just duck those 2 pieces in as well. That shouldn't cause any problems. Hopefully. I don't know. That should still be auto. Oh, we could probably just leave this like that now. Or we can just leave this as closed. Because we have the other one doing that for us, right? The other small project that I wanted to get at actually is this over here. That bad water outflow area has a tendency to funnel back into here and cause some problems for our trees back in this area, which is not the greatest. I'd like to get that rectified. I just don't have the means to get over there. So that's kind of stinky. Let's pause the game. Let's rip down here just to make sure that all of this is done. It should be done. It is done. Great. In theory... No, I don't want to. Yeah, we'll come over the top somehow. Come down here and just blast it down. That'll be fine. Let's go ahead and rip all these stairs out now, and then we can put all the dirt in. And that will be beautiful. What is this? Right. Yeah, you just fill this in with dirt. A smart thing probably to do is bring some sort of dirt storage up here to help with all this. And I'm just doing this to make sure that the water goes where I want it to go. It's going to fill in those cavities I've got in here from all the stuff, but that's going to be fine, I think. Hopefully, maybe, I think. Okay, we'll unpause it. We'll let them get back to work. We'll throw in a thing for dirt here. I will point out that we've got 4.6K dirt available for us to rock and roll. You know, let's plus this up. We'll hit this supply or obtain button. We'll prioritize that as an obtain slot. We will come over here and transition this hauling post to timber bots. And we might throw in a few more hauling posts to accommodate our 63 beavers that are doing nothing with their hands right now. This is in, so that's great. That can go boom. Apparently, I didn't account for some things appropriately. That's the end of our drought, actually. Hopefully we have a nice long temperate cycle. We'll see. I do also want to see how this goes. Did this dry out? It did. Boo. This is going to irk me having these giant pillars and random things everywhere. We're going to have to get in there somehow and clean some of that up. Okay. How are we doing down here? This should be filling in now. This is closed. This is filling in. And we should see water slowly working its way up. I do think I'm going to tear these out, though. I don't want to see these pause notifications for the next eternity. There we go. Okay. Gonna be a little bit of a cavity in there, but that's okay. And we could even have just a singular point coming up and out, maybe? I don't know. That's gonna be fine, whatever ends up happening. Beautimous. Beautimous. That's working. Dirt's coming over, so that's great. That's brilliant. How is this coming along? That is moving a little bit. That is awesome. I do need to do something about this, however. So that means doing something like that. Hitting this button, going across like that. Probably doing the same here. In theory, they should be able to reach that without any issue, and that means they can place that there, which means I can place this then over here. Why haven't they can't reach that? So that's why they didn't place that in, but that should allow them to reach that without any issue. And then I can also put in some stairs right here, maybe? And they should be able to place all of those pieces down without any issue either. And then we can also grab this bad Johnny, put that in right there, and continue moving across the pond, if you will. That is not how that's supposed to go. We want you here, and then you like this, and then probably one more on this side. Can I place that one there? I should be able to. That goes right there. We'll grab this, rip out that way, and we'll close the gap on this side with a 1x3. Bada bing, bada boom. That'll be beautiful. Now, we should be able to just grab this path and apparently not run across that way. We need to figure out how to get into these pockets here. Should have thought about that. Apparently I didn't think that well about that. That's fine. But they are getting down here. They are filling all those in. So that's good. That's awesome. That's beautiful. I love to see it. They're filling in all of that for us. Now they can come out here and do more and more and more stuff for us. Now, let's see. Let's see here. Cool. That's working. That's all that really matters. Now, we are in day 2 of our temperate cycle. This is filling in very slowly. I hate to see it. But now, let's come in here. See how we want to tackle this. Now, I kind of would like this to go underneath everything out here, like I mentioned before. I don't know if that's going to be feasible or if that's even necessary, honestly. What we can do is break in right here and just run all of our dynamite and everything out this way instead of having it coming out this way. So maybe that's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and bring this up to that level. Go ahead and just make sure we're lined up for where we want to go. Just start working our way across here. Probably right there. I think that's the best spot to go. That's going to be triples across. No, doubles across. Like such as. And we want this to be 3 wide and 3 deep, right? No, 4 deep. I think. 5 deep? Is that's a triple right there, right? And I have to do that. That puts it over top of that. So it needs to be 4 deep. Could be okay. That should be like this. And then running that way. And we'll run that all the way to the map's edge back that way. And that should be relatively simple for them to do. I say that knowing full well that it's not going to be anywhere near as simple as I would like it to be. And we're going to have to come back through and tear out a lot of this stuff, which is going to be a hassle and a half. Maybe even a hassle off, maybe, or a hassle half. Nope, 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 nope. Bad jokes, bad jokes. Sweet, that's good. That's all the way to the end. That means that we should not, in theory, have any more poo water coming into here once we give them a weight in there. The problem is I need to give them away over there. And that should be relatively simple. We are going to have another 7-day temperate cycle. That's not anywhere near as long as I would like it to be. I would like to have a 9-day temperate cycle, please, Mr. Game. I would appreciate that wholeheartedly. It is another drought, though, so we can come down here and start working on this, though. So that will be nice. We want this to go right there. We want this double to go right here. And now I, again, need to cut into this. So let's go ahead and pause this. And all those guys back. I can't pause these. Can I pause you? Cannot. I don't really want to... What are you guys doing? Aha! Yeah, we'll just reconnect that, and that should reconnect everything. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We will delete that, though. And we will put in this bad Johnny right here. Like this. That should mean that we can add this connection to there, and this can connect to there, and then this can connect to there. Or not. Should have looked at that, but I did not. That's entirely on me. It's probably way too close to be entirely necessary, but that'll get built in a relatively short time. And then we'll get access to all this down here, which would be great. We are going to need a metric ton of explosives down here, though. And I know I destroyed all this earlier. Okay. I don't need anybody coming in and saying, you already built and destroyed all of that. Are you going to build it all again? Well, yeah. Yeah, I am. What you gotta do about it? Fine. It's not gonna fit. That means that this comes out here. That goes out right here. And then we put this in right here. I know how to flip things. There we go. And I also need a large storage for planks somehow in here, or not even a large storage. I just need a storage for planks. Can I fit this under here? I don't know, but we'll see. Something like that, maybe. We connect this to that to that. You are explosives. I realize now that I need to actually increase my explosive production again. I have not rebuilt the massive storage that I wanted for all of this. And is that 4 deep? That is not. That is still 3 deep. Was that the depth that I... Hold on. This is 2. Yeah, that's a double platform. That's 3 deep. That should fit. I think. It should fit. Hopefully. I know. Hope is not a good color. Whatever. It'll get fixed and figured out. We still have a day, 1.1 days remaining in this temperate cycle. I really wanted this to be a longer temperate cycle. That sucks that it's not. It really does suck that it's not, but it's okay. We will survive. Go ahead. Got a bunch of bots running around with nothing to do with their hands, so we'll just go and swap these guys out. We got 2 more. 1 more. Don't want to pull from you. How did I not? Yeah, it's fine. Where's the other bakeries? Over here. There we go. Now we can make cattail crackers. We got 69 nice beavers floating around. That's beautiful. I should come back here and fill this in. That's wasted water, but that it doesn't even, well, it provides irrigation for all this on that back end, so that's fine. Doing good on maple syrup. One of the things that I wanted to do actually is fix our maple syrup situation, which I haven't done yet. This is going in though, so that's nice. That's nice. Theoretically, if I were to grab this and delete that and then flip this around, I should be able to build that piece right there, and then all of that gets built and they can work on the rest of this back here. Why can they not do that? Because that's not long enough. There's nothing for them to do with that anyway. Okay. Do. All right. So that goes like that. We go like this. Then we go... Oh, that's not going to help anything. Okay, we grab that. And then we go across like this. And we do this. Then we go out like that. Don't know if that'll actually provide us anything. Honestly, I doubt it will, but yeah, those were worthless. That should build something. This is worthless now. We can grab this. Come out like that. That. Be out one or over. Such as, and then we do something like that. You don't need to be there anymore, honestly. Need to somehow gain access to that, but I will gain access. There's our drought. 24-day drought. That's not good because it's the same amount of water received compared to last time. We could pause those guys, but they'll stop when the water storage peaks out. We do have water in here now. So in theory, we should be able to close this at above a depth of 0.35. And in theory, this side should not fill that in. This side should continue to fill this in randomly. So we'll come down here. We'll just take a look at this. And this will randomly open and close as necessary as this downstream depth reaches the 0.45. As intended. So this should fill this area in. And we could come over here, like I've mentioned, fill this in with dirt, and that would be beautiful. That is planks moving in here. That is explosives. I need to hit the obtain button. I do need to come over here and rectify this problem that I've created for myself, which means doing something like this. I want to do something like that. Probably a triple there instead of the double. Like such as... Maybe not like that. Can I do this? I can do that. Okay. Sweet. How does that help us? It doesn't really help us. I guess it gives me access to this side over here, maybe? Sure. We have gained access to this side, which means we can do something like this. Like this, please. And that should be a double. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. Nope, that's a single, actually. Make sure I... Nope, I want this to be... that. And then like that. And like this. And there we go. Do another couple like that. Go single there. And this goes out like such as. Nope, not the single there. I keep forgetting that that's not what we want. Please and thank you. Boosh. Do this one more time on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes like that. And that goes like that. And then we just have this random one Gonna be solo. Then we do the single on top of that one. There we go. Now we can put all of the things in here that I don't have a thing for. Of course, they can't reach that because reasons. So let's give them a way to fix that. That means doing something ridiculous like this. I don't know if this is even necessary, honestly. I kind of want to do that just so I can get rid of the stinking unconnected buildings, or I could just destroy that thing and be done with it. I don't know. Is it worth it? It is to me, so I guess that's all that matters. Okay. Let's do that. Go one, maybe one more higher. And then that turns into us grabbing this. Like that. Now we've got to somehow get down or up to that. Or down to that. Oh. Okay, that's simple. We just do this. And then we do this. Like this. Then we grab these stairs. We can't put those down there. Okay, well that's a moot point. Okay, but that should get them access to that right there. And then somehow we get some stairs onto that. Means doing something like that. Sweet. All right, unpause it. Get in there. Finish it. Finish it. Okay, what is going on here? We need stairs down. We need a path around. Like that. Probably more like this. So they can take care of all that for us. That's beautiful. That's lovely. And rip out those. That path right there. That should be good. That should be Gucci. Is this connected yet? No, it's almost connected though. It is finally connected. I love it. Now, we could put another one of these double zipline stations right here or something, and then have a zipline station right here. I don't know if that's even worth it. I don't know. It'll be something for me to think about. We still have 22 days left in the stinking drought, and I hate every second of it. I just know that I'm going to be running out of water again, and I despise that. But it's okay. We've got planks, we've got explosives, and we've got extract ready to rock and roll and do all of the fun things for us. So, what we're going to do here is I am going to stare at this bad Johnny down here, and we're going to finish this up. And this will be where I say goodbye. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. I hope you enjoyed the chaos, and I hope you enjoyed the many, many projects that I am running at the same time. And I hope that it brings a little bit of joy to your life as it does to me, as we get to watch all of our beavers run around and explode things, which is fun and amazing and fantastic. It makes me happy, okay? And if it doesn't make you guys happy, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed watching my beavers do amazing and glorious. Anyway, I digress. As we watch our beavers blow up some more explodey things in the background, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Wherever you're in the world, make sure you guys stay nice and thirsty, nice and hydrated, and nice and moist? Can we say moist again? Is moist back in the lexicon? You guys stay frosty, my friends. I'm out. See ya!
another hole. Dig into the core. We got through half the world, only half the world to go, one step at a time. Just another hole. Just another hole. But it goes so deep, and the water's cold, and it's getting hard to breathe. We just dug a hole because he told us so. The hotels are digging to the core. We got through half the world, only half the world to go, one step at a time. Just another